Now, many of the bishops who had gathered in Philadelphia, some gathered in Philadelphia, were taken to Washington, D.C. You went down to Washington, did you not?
That's right. I got into Philly on the weekend, and a group of our people came by bus on Sunday, and I spent Monday with them celebrating Mass, and we got cheesesteaks for lunch. and
From which place? No, never mind.
yeah, well, from Gino's. And
Oh,
then I,
Gino's, yeah.
and then we had dinner at a place where you and I had at Paradiso.
Oh, yeah.
So so I was with them on Monday, and then Tuesday I came here. We met at the Lowe's Hotel here in Philadelphia, and we were transported by train to Washington. So I spent all day Wednesday and Thursday morning, yesterday morning in Washington, and then we were brought back here to Philadelphia, where I'll be till the Holy Father leaves.
Now, have you had time with him?
Well, in Washington, we had midday prayer with the Holy Father. I at the St. Matthew's Cathedral, and I was in the third row, sitting right behind Archbishop Carlson. And
Is that right?
so I had an upfront view of the Holy Father. He was going to greet all the bishops, but then at the end he greeted a few, and at the end he just kind of like apologized that he was really tired. You can see that he was. And then we celebrated later that day. We celebrated Mass at the Catholic University with the Holy Father, and that was really wonderful. It was an outside Mass, very exciting. I mean, the people make his visit so exciting and motivating. You know.
So what is the schedule for Philadelphia now? Because that city's literally going to be on lockdown the way it's set up.
Yeah, the Holy Father has some things that he's kind of doing on his own. He's going to be visiting a prison to meet with the prisoners there. But on Saturday, tomorrow, he has the Mass at the cathedral for the Philadelphians. It's going to be the priest of Philadelphia and representatives from each parish, so that people of Philadelphia can have a small opportunity to be with him. So his morning Mass tomorrow will be with the Philadelphians. And then on Sunday, in the evening, then we have the Festival of Families on the Parkway. The Holy Father is going to come and make an appearance there and speak to the people. And they have all kinds of music and music groups and all kinds of things to make it a fun day and evening for the families that are here in Philadelphia. And then Sunday morning, I will go over with the bishops to St. Charles Seminary, and the Holy Father will meet the seminarians and address us again there. And from there, they'll take us to the Art Museum, where we will prepare for Mass on Sunday afternoon.
They expect over 1 million people in Philadelphia, don't they?
Well, they do. And I tell you, you can see in the local news here, I think people, they already know that the streets are crowded. They just know it. I'm trying to get around either driving or walking. The convention itself is the largest ever for this World Family Meeting of Families. In the past ones, the most they've ever had was 7,000 attendees. Here in Philadelphia, they have 20,000.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So they're very pleased. I mean, they didn't want the Holy Father's visit to kind of overshadow the whole purpose of this visit, which is the World Meeting of Families. So it's exciting. It's exciting for the people here.
So let me ask you, in closing here, the question that I get asked the most. Why do we, and apparently the world, have such a fascination with this man?
Yeah, it is a good question to ask, because there are people who love the Catholic Church and love the teaching of the Church. There's others that are extremely critical, and yet together they're all fascinated by this man and by his position in the world. I mean, even in Congress, I noticed that many of the senators and representatives, they applauded for everything he said, even though their party might not agree with it. Mm-hmm. So they're fascinated by him. But I do think there's just something about it. Whenever I've met with the popes, this is the third pope that I personally shook hands with. When you come up to this person, you realize this is a unique individual, whatever your faith is, and he speaks. He tries not to be political. He wants to be a moral voice in the world, and hopefully that's what will gather people together and unify them.
Well, Bishop, thanks for taking a few minutes this morning to chat with us. Hope when you get back we can sit down and have a little more extensive conversation about it.
I would look forward to that, Art. Thanks
All
for the
right.
opportunity.
Thanks for calling. Bye-bye now.
Bye now.
Bishop Joseph Cistone, who is in Philadelphia, which happens to be his hometown, but he's there, of course, because the Pope will be there tonight and then tomorrow and Sunday, as we heard.